Well, hello. Been a wee while since you've had a video Rooney from me, and now you're going to get two. So, this is a pneumatic George, which I got off Facebook Marketplace. The cord was not wrapped up like this. The cord was strewn over it rather untidily. Let's just move that for the start of the video. Yes, a pneumatic George from Marketplace. And yeah, it's been somebody's house Hoover, and yeah, from a nice snotty suburb of Edinburgh. They were pretty they weren't too snotty when I spoke to them, but it was a nice area. In fact, they were all like, oh yeah, it's a George and all that, and it shampoos as well, and you're buying it. And I'm like, fine. Then as I'm leaving, they start talking to one of their neighbours and audibly start talking about how much they hated it. And now have a vax, so I'm like, good luck to you. So it's a 2010 George, and it does work. Spoiler alert, the pump works as well. I'm going to sneeze. It's also a bit yucky. Because, like I say, being a house Hoover. Pretty clean under there. It smells like a used pneumatic. I think this is actually a genuine HEPA flow. Yeah, looks like it. Lots of grinding here. It's fairly tidy for 15 years old, and I suppose this vacuum has probably always had HEPA flows in it. Well, we can assume they've always bought HEPA flows because 2010 HEPA flows were on the scene. But it also came with something else which made it worth the £40, and that is this. The box, which I thought you collectors would like to see. And it is the proper box, because it matches that. So she did say, basically it's a Hoover, but the box and all the wet bits sit in your garage and don't get used, which I imagine is what happened with this box. But it's very well preserved. That side's better than the other side. Obviously, they used this box for quite a while. That could be partially repaired. I think a lot of George boxes remain because people kept all the bits in the box. So obviously it was assembled with its dry floor head and hose and tools in it. So here's the floor head, and it is salvageable, which is good because we like those floor heads. Ones just now are welded together, and it's annoying because they're welded in the wrong order. You need that bit at the bottom. But I should be able to separate them in due course. Stick that floor brush on. Better tighten it a bit, eh? Come on. There we go. Here's floor brush. We have the bent end. I'm going to try and get that in as well, one-handed. And then we have the super short dry hose. Don't understand why the George came with such a short dry hose. And why they decided the dry hose needed that fitting as well. Probably in case somebody did suck up water with it, I suppose. A bit kinked at that end. I didn't have one of these hoses for years, and I needed one for my James, but I did eventually get one. In here we have a couple of bits of paperwork, not the manual. It's some kind of warranty card. This. I don't know. That thing, probably got 100 of them. Obviously we have the tank and the ball float, which are nice and clean. It has been used for wet, but I don't think very extensively. We have this. Now, I don't know if that's how that's meant to sit. This was all in pieces. I don't know if that's how that's meant to sit or not. I'll have to compare it to my one. I seem to remember my one sits at a better angle than that. It sits there. This, which looks like they've used it for sweeping more than anything. Fishtail. Oh, it does have the adapter. That's the only small tool we have. It does have the fishtail and the hose and the thing you need for jet floors. That's all good. Not bad for £40. On eBay you can sell a George for exponentially more than £40, so that's nice. Whether I will, I think I will probably sell it in the end. How you fit the George and all its bits into that box, I don't know, because the tank on its own is taken up there. I suppose you put the tank inside the George, don't you? Yeah, that would be good thinking, wouldn't it? And obviously, like I said, it does work, so it has very good suction. Although I suppose the hose is a bit shorter, isn't it? So yeah, cool wee thing. We can always do it up and get it looking a bit nicer. But yeah, nice to see a George preserved with its box.